Okay, ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Field hockey.
Field hockey.
Field hockey.
Field hockey.
Field hockey.
Field hockey.
Lacrosse.
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 Lacrosse. I don't think they play lacrosse in Thailand. I don't know, but sounds like maybe not. Track and field. Track and field. Track and field. Very good. Golf. 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 Not golf. Golf. Whoa. Whoa. Golf. Not golf. No. I play golf near the Gulf of Thailand. Golf. What is golf? It's a sport where you have a golf club, a stick, and you hit the ball maybe a long distance trying to hit it into the hole. Is golf played in Thailand?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. For high school people.
Golf is popular in Thailand. Isn't there a guy named Tiger Woods? He's part-time.
Yeah.
He's one of the, he's probably the best golfer of the last 20 years or 5 years or so in the world. Tiger Woods. His mother was Thai. So he's very popular in the United States, and he's a big name in golf. The sport of golf. Golf is very popular. You have 18 holes, and you try to hit the ball in the hole, and the one with the lowest number of strokes, golf stroke, one swing is a stroke, so the lowest number of strokes would win the game. He got the ball in the hole with fewer strokes than anyone else. The winner, Tiger Woods. Field hockey is more or less, let's try ice hockey first. Ice hockey is a game popular in Canada, America mainly, maybe in Russia also, in Eastern Europe, very popular. A game of hockey where you hit a disc and you skate on ice. And the idea is to hit the disc with the stick into the net for a score. And there's usually a goalie, someone guarding the net to block the shot. ice hockey, played on ice. You've probably seen it on TV or in the movies or something. But it's very popular in Canada, also in the U.S. Certain parts where it gets cold in the wintertime, it's more popular where it snows and where it's cold than it is where it's hot and where it's warm. Field hockey would be ice hockey, but played on the ground, and you hit a small ball and you would hit it into the goal, but there's no ice involved. It's strictly running around, hitting the ball on the ground. Lacrosse. It's a lot similar to hockey in a way, but it's used with a stick. The players all use a stick with a kind of a net at the end, and you kind of lift the ball up and hit it into different places. Originated in France, I guess, because the word is from French, actually, lacrosse. A lacrosse game, very popular in the eastern parts of the United States and in Europe. Lacrosse. Track and field. Most countries have track and field teams. In the Olympics, you'll have track and field. The track refers to the running. Running. You could have a 1,500 meter race, 1,500 meters, 200 meter race, 100 meter race, depends. The field part refers to maybe shot put, or shot put. Shot put. Be a heavy metal ball and try to run as far as you can. And the person who throws it the farthest wins the contest. Shot put. A pole vault. The pole vault would be a long pole. And you would come running up to the pole and try to jump up over the top of the ball, the jump over the top. Sometimes they make it, and sometimes they knock the bar off. A pole vault, a shot put. That is what the field exercises, the field contests, as opposed to the track, which is the running and the running. Golf, track and field, lacrosse, field hockey, and ice hockey. Hockey. Those are popular. Of course, the Olympics, track and field is one of the main events in the Olympic Games.
Field hockey, hit on the ground, not ice.
No, ice hockey.
Field not ice.
No ice, just the ground. Hit the ball into the net, but it's on the ground, it's not on ice. On ice, it's a much faster game, very slippery. Okay. Golf, very popular. Golf. In Arizona, where I live, it's extremely popular. There seem to be golf courses a couple miles, there's another golf course. Wow. I didn't say resting. I said resting. Wrestling. It has nothing to do with resting. Wrestling. Not resting. Wrestling. Boxing. Tennis.
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 Badminton.
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 Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Pickle.
Pickleball.
Pickle. Right. Not wrestling. Wrestling. Okay. Keep working on it. It's not resting. Resting would be sitting in the chair quietly resting. No. Wrestling, what is wrestling? It's a sport involving two people who are struggling to press the other person onto the ground and pin him back, and then he wins the wrestling contest. To wrestle is to struggle with someone to the point of trying to keep them down on the ground. You've probably seen somewhere a wrestling match. Two people wrestling each other. But it's not resting, it's wrestling. Wrestling. Boxing. Have you ever seen a boxing match?
Yes.
Boxing? Boxing. Two people, instead of wrestling with each other, they're boxing. Boom, boom. Boxing match. You would have a wrestling match and a boxing match. A matchup, two people going against each other in this particular sport or in this particular sport. The boxing champion of the day and all that. Tennis. Tennis. Is tennis popular in Thailand?
Yes.
Yeah, tennis. Two people. Tennis racket. The tennis racket. Shoom, shoom, shoom. You see it on TV all the time. A tennis match. Hitting over the net. The net. Tennis. A lot of people enjoy playing tennis. A lot of people enjoy playing badminton. Badminton. It's kind of like tennis on a smaller scale. And also, in tennis you use a tennis ball. But in badminton, because it's a smaller field or area, you would have the net, and it would be a lot smaller than a tennis court. Tennis court, C-O-U-R-T. They use a little thing that they call shuttle. And it kind of floats in the air. And in badminton, you would boop, boop, boop. It's not a tennis thing where whack and it goes 100 miles an hour. No, the shuttlecock kind of floats over and back, over and back. I could see where it would be quite popular in Thailand. It's a smaller space and it's boop, 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 that type of thing. Badminton. Pickleball. What?
The world champion tennis in Thailand.
Really? Wow. It lives in Thailand. Wow. Well, there you have it. Tennis. Very popular in Thailand. World's #1. Right here. No problem. Pickleball.
No, she played badminton.
What?
That girl.
Oh, badminton or tennis?
No, tennis.
Badminton. The world's number one.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
World champion this year. The world
In
champion.
badminton.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. It must be very popular in Thailand if the best player in the world happens to be right here. That's not by accident.
Last month.
Last month.
Young.
Congratulations.
Young girl.
Good for her.
The winner.
Shuttlecock. Badminton. Smaller field. Over the net. Pickleball. Tennis. On a smaller scale. Instead of a rubber ball, the ball in pickleball is plastic. The racket that you hit it with is smaller than the tennis racket. The court that you play pickleball on is smaller than the regular tennis court. So it's all a much smaller game. It's very popular in America with people of a certain age because it doesn't require a lot of running around. You can pretty much stand in a couple of places and play pickleball for the older group.
Pickleball is table tennis.
No, it's not. It's like table tennis, but it's not played on a table. Table tennis is played with a net. Well, it's tennis on a table is what it is. It's a ping pong, right? Ping pong. And so it's on a table. But pickleball is like table tennis or ping pong, but it's played on a court. But on a smaller court than a tennis
Tennis
court.
court have net.
Yeah, hasn't that? Yeah, everything is like tennis, except it's on a smaller court. It's not a rubber ball, it's a plastic ball. It doesn't go as far or as fast as a regular tennis ball. So it's popular with people of a certain age that are not, able to run around all over. They can pretty much stay in one place and kind of hit the ball back. It's like table tennis without the table. Table tennis without the table, if that's possible. Wrestling, we can see that, right? Boxing, tennis, badminton, the same thing with a small thing that floats over and back, badminton. And pickleball, like tennis, but with a plastic ball, smaller racket, and a smaller ball.
Teacher, can we say that sumo is a kind of wrestling? Can we say that?
I'll let you say that, but only you. No, yes, it's very, sumo wrestling it's basically a Japanese version of wrestling, where these huge wrestlers, they're gigantic, really, a lot of them, and they get into this big wrestling match, and it's known as sumo wrestling. Yeah, it's very popular in Japan. I don't know if they have it here. I know they don't have it in the United States. They have wrestling, but it's not these, guys walking around like that. But you can say, yeah, sumo is a type or a kind of wrestling. Sumo wrestling, as opposed to regular wrestling.
People who play wrestling are fat people.
Well, no. Sumo wrestlers are very large people. And you said they take part in wrestling. They don't actually play wrestling. You want to say that they participate in wrestling or they take part in it, but they don't play wrestling. You play baseball, you play football, you play tennis, but you don't play boxing. And you don't play wrestling. You take part you participate in a boxing match, but you don't play it. That word doesn't kind of fit there. But you can play badminton, pickleball, tennis, but you participate in wrestling, you take part in wrestling, and you take part in a boxing match. You don't necessarily play a boxing match. It's usually for real. Boom.
Boxing in football sometimes.
Yeah. It happens.
The wrestling in Thailand.
Well, that's interesting that the number one badminton player is from here.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. Badminton. Someone said badminton. Not badminton.
Badminton, yeah, right. Okay, pretty good.
Where?
Okay. Okay. The young student was very active in sports at her high school. The young student was very active in sports at her high school. In the fall of the year, she was a member of the cross-country team. And in the spring, she played softball on the school's varsity team. The varsity team. Oh, he did not say varsity. He said varsity. 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 Again, the V sound is not W. It is not varsity. Varsity. No, it's varsity, varsity, varsity team. The young student was very active in sports at her high school. In the fall of the year, she was a member of the cross-country team. And in the spring, she played softball on the school's varsity team. Go ahead.